Stranger Things Season 4 gave us plenty of jaw-dropping moments, emotional reunions, and shocking twists, but it also left one major opportunity collecting dust. Buried beneath the chaos of Vecna's curse and Hawkins' impending doom was a surprisingly perfect pairing for Steve Harrington, one that had all the potential to redefine his arc. Yet, the show barely scratched the surface of it. Now, with Season 5 coming, there's a growing fear this chemistry-rich setup might never get the spotlight it deserves. After years of watching the younger Hawkins crew spend their after-school hours rolling dice, battling demogorgons in the Upside Down, and bonding over their shared love of Dungeons and Dragons, Stranger Things Season 4 pulled off a surprising shakeup, especially for Lucas Sinclair. While his friends were still all about the Hellfire Club, Lucas straddled two worlds. On one hand, he was still a loyal member of the misfit gang that had defined his childhood adventures. On the other, he'd stepped onto the glossy hardwood court as part of the high school basketball team, which made him more popular. This change brought him new friends and opened up new stories, conflicts, and unexpected dynamics that had the potential to ripple far beyond his own arc. Yet, in the shadow of all the supernatural chaos, this bold character move risked being overshadowed, leaving us wondering whether Stranger Things would truly explore the deeper implications of Lucas' double life. This sudden evolution for Lucas didn't just freshen up his character, it placed him squarely in the narrative territory Steve Harrington once navigated in the show's early days. During Seasons 1 and 2, Steve was all about figuring out how to be popular while also dealing with real friendships. He had to choose between the fake perks of being cool and the real loyalty he felt for his true friends. Lucas' problem in Season 4 was almost exactly the same. Both guys are good people, but they have to deal with wanting to fit in with the cool crowd. Lucas had to sit at the lunch table with his basketball buddies while looking over at the Hellfire Club, knowing his place was on the line. It wasn't just about who he hung out with, it was about who he was loyal to, and realizing that being popular doesn't last, but real friendships do. In this way, Lucas became the younger echo of Steve's early struggles, a narrative thread that could have led to an incredibly rich and natural bonding moment between the two. The absence of any meaningful one-on-one scenes between Steve and Lucas in Season 4 feels like one of the show's most glaring missed chances. Over the years, Steve's dynamic with Dustin has become a fan-favorite highlight, showcasing the former high school king's surprising knack for mentorship and heartfelt advice. Doing that with Lucas could have opened the door for a fresh, deeply resonant pairing. They both get what it's like to feel like they have to prove themselves, Steve trying to be more than just a popular guy, and Lucas trying to balance being the new guy on the team with his old friends. A quiet moment between them, away from all the chaos of supernatural battles, could have let Steve tell Lucas that being popular doesn't last, and the real friendships are the ones that matter. It would have made Lucas's story even better and created a cool new friendship that Season 5 might not have time for. As much as it would be rewarding to see Steve and Lucas finally share the kind of meaningful, character-deepening exchange that Season 4 never delivered, especially given how isolated Lucas often felt from his core group, Stranger Things Season 5's first trailer suggests the show might be steering in a different direction. The trailer doesn't show any of those mentor-like moments between them. Instead, it's all about bringing back something everyone loves. The quick shots and knowing looks in the teaser are all about this duo that used to be amazing, a relationship full of fun, jokes, and feelings that fans have been dying to see again. It's the kind of reunion that can instantly spark both comfort and excitement, but it also raises the uneasy question of whether this comeback will overshadow the chance to explore new, equally compelling bonds, like the one that could have grown between Steve and Lucas. By trying to recapture the old magic, Stranger Things might miss out on some of its most promising, untapped connections. Stranger Things Season 5's trailer wastes no time reminding us why the Dustin-Steve friendship became one of the show's most beloved surprises. Their easygoing chats, totally different personalities, and how they always have each other's backs have given us some of the show's funniest and most touching moments. Seeing them together again is like putting on your favorite old jacket. With the final season promising an epic, high-stakes conclusion, it makes perfect sense for Netflix to lean into a proven dynamic that requires no extra groundwork, a safe yet satisfying choice that guarantees instant audience investment. This duo's already a classic, and putting them front and center one last time is like a gift to the fans who've been there from the start. It also keeps the show's usual mix of laughs, feels, and heroism. Still, by spotlighting a relationship that's already so well developed, the series risks leaving other unexplored dynamics, like Steve and Lucas's potential bond, on the cutting room floor, a loss that could have added fresh layers to the final chapter's emotional weight. Likewise, Lucas is almost certain to be pulled in a very different direction when Season 5 begins. With Max's fate hanging in the balance after the devastating events of Season 4, it's hard to imagine Lucas caring about basketball games, pep rallies, or where he ranks on the high school social ladder. His world's been turned upside down, and if Max is still in a coma or, worse, his emotional arc will likely revolve around grief, determination, and the desperate hope of finding a way to bring her back. That kind of story doesn't really leave room for the character-building moments that a Steve and Lucas pairing would require to truly flourish. And with the final season promising a bunch of big battles, reunions, and goodbyes, adding a whole new mentorship dynamic might simply be too much for a story already bursting at the seams. It's an unfortunate truth. Sometimes the most promising character interactions are sacrificed not because they lack potential, but because there's not enough time. And that's the bittersweet heart of it. Steve's perfect new pairing, the one that could have mirrored his own growth while helping a younger character navigate the very pitfalls he once faced, may never make it past the what-if stage. Season 4 set it all up, similar journeys, shared problems, and the chance for real feels that would have made both characters even better. But with the show wrapping up, they'll probably focus on finishing up old storylines and giving us those big moments everyone's waiting for. Steve will probably keep being awesome with Dustin, and Lucas will figure things out on his own in Season 5. Still, it's hard not to imagine how a scene between them, stripped of monsters and mayhem, could have added an entirely new shade to the show's palette. It's the kind of missed opportunity that lingers in the back of your mind, a reminder that in Hawkins, not every great story gets the chance to be told. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to Strangers Freaks for more insights and theories, because in Hawkins, even missed moments deserve the spotlight.